What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman, aka All Fires. Now, starting over the last couple of days, you may have seen the headline here and there that Jonathan Majors was talking about returning to Marvel Studios, or rather, he admitted that he wanted to return and loved the character of Kang. But as it turns out, it goes one step further than that and revealed via an article that just dropped in Variety that Jonathan Majors actually penned a letter to Marvel, specifically to Kevin Feige, and revealed what was in the contents of that letter. We're going to break down exactly what he said, both in an interview and the Variety article about his letter to Kevin Feige and returning to Marvel Studios, and where he stands on the character of Kang. But first, if you could hit the subscribe button. We do daily Marvel content at the channel. That's all we do. If you're into that kind of thing, hit the sub button, leave a comment down below. We've been growing at a breakneck pace thanks to everyone who's already subscribed. If you haven't already, I kindly invite you to do so. It's the number one thing you can do to support us as content creators, plus it enters you for the giveaways. Stick around at the end of the video. We get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Okay, so the article in Variety is actually referencing an interview that Jonathan Majors did with Complex, and this is what he had to say about a letter he wrote directly to Kevin Feige when asked about it. He was really candid. He said, "I really respect the man. He literally is the architect, and he trusted me. He gave me a job. He changed my life. My letter to him, I won't go into details, but it was to let him know, like, hey, I appreciate you. I know this is hard. I'm here if you need me. He's got a million things going on." And then the interviewer probed even further and asked if he had heard back from Kevin Feige, and he said that he hasn't. Quote, "But what are you going to do?" he said. "That's all I needed. There were no question marks in that message. I wasn't asking him to do anything. I was just letting him know, hey man, I understand. I love Marvel, love Kang, and all my variants, his variants, yeah." He was then asked if he had an opportunity or a chance to speak with any of his Marvel co-stars. Quote, "The answer is yes. Directors, castmates, definitely. I've got a congratulations from a few of them a couple of days ago when the Magazine Dreams trailer came out. I had a really nice one from a cool buddy. They've been around in quiet vestibules of communication where no one can be targeted or shamed for communicating with me, and I respect that." Okay, so I have three things I specifically want to say. All of his response to this seems extremely candid and honest on face value. Of course, we can't know for sure, but he has no reason to lie. And it really sounds like an actual humble outreach where he was just basically saying, Kevin Feige, thank you, I appreciate you, and it is what it is. I'm here if you need me, basically leaving the door open if they ever wanted to approach him to come back. And I'm wondering how much of this letter may have been the precursor for what we covered about a month ago at the channel when two competing sources, one which was an industry insider and scooper outlet, the other which was TMZ, had competing reports about whether or not Kevin Feige in Marvel Studios was actually considering this. And my take then was my take from last year is my take right now that maybe it's not the best time for Kang to return. Forget all these rumors about him showing up in the first act of Doomsday or Secret Wars for Dr. Doom to dismiss and kill quickly. That's not the kind of redemption arc that Jonathan Majors or Marvel Studios would be interested in if they're actually bringing him back. So it might not be for the immediate future, but if Kevin Feige and Marvel Studios thought this was the best way forward, where I see his return coming is somewhere way down the road when we're, as a fan base, least expecting it, and when they've put a lot more time between now and his conviction from last year or the year before. God, time is flying. The second thing that absolutely needs to be said in this video, because some people asked about it during our Daredevil streams, is why I didn't cover the audio that Rolling Stone released where it seemed like Jonathan Majors was admitting to something, well, in his words, admitting to aggression, where she counters, yeah, you strangled me. He goes, yeah, that falls under aggression. I aggressed you. The reason I didn't cover it was the same reason I can't believe Rolling Stone was trying to run that tape out for news. We already saw the videotape. The audio at this point makes no difference. The trial is over. We already saw the videotape. He has had consequences. There is no sense in releasing that audio, in my opinion. I just really didn't feel like it was cover worthy, and yet another strike against Rolling Stone as I've watched them steadily go downhill year after year in the way that they report things. One of the number one outlets I've seen drop hit pieces on people, and it absolutely fries me to the core. But regardless, I don't think there's any point when we've all seen the videotape of what allegedly happened. But that being said, I don't think it changes anything. Which leads me to my third point. While I think that Marvel Studios and Kevin Feige, if they were reading the tea leaves or reading the room, so to speak, could see major upside in giving Jonathan Majors a redemption arc as Kang somewhere further down the MCU, again, when fans are least expecting it, there is major upside there, and it would appeal to a large percentage of the fan base. But things are done now, and so sometimes when we're covering topics like this that seem to stick around maybe past when they should, I often question if we should even do this video, but you guys know my approach to the channel has always been, if I'm going to text and talk to my Marvel buddies on the phone about it, then I'm definitely going to talk about it at the channel, and this is one of those stories that sort of stayed a lot more relevant, maybe not than I thought that it would, but than I thought that it could, because we just live in a generation and time where people's attention spans are so short, and I think that in and of itself is a testament to how much bringing Jonathan Majors back would mean to people. In a lot of people's eyes, this was some serious injustice. I'm not here to argue about the case or the verdict or any of that. My opinion is pretty well stated in about 100 videos, and I know where a lot of the fan base stands, but regardless if you're split on that, the fact that this is sticking around in the conversation the way that it has definitely reveals that there is something there. So I think the long and short of it is, good luck to Jonathan Majors on his redemption arc in Hollywood, period. I hope that he gets an opportunity to act. I hope he has an opportunity to make a comeback, and then maybe somewhere down the road, hopefully with the door left open by him, Kevin Feige and Marvel Studios will see that there's a place for Kang. He is definitely the type of villain that does just hang around time after time. In fact, there was actually a recent run called Timeless where he returned after all this time, after people thought that he was gone. I mean, that literally could play exactly into what Kang and He Who Remains would be. It's part of the story. For now, though, it's Doctor Doom, and so, yes, Jonathan Majors reached out to Marvel Studios. No, he did not get a reply. I don't think that means one thing one way or another. I just hope that he has an opportunity to make a comeback. It's great news that he's releasing Magazine Dreams. I certainly wish him the best, and maybe down the road we'll be seeing Kang the Conqueror again in the MCU. But you guys let me know all your thoughts down below, how you feel about any and all of this. Again, I am surprised we are still talking about Jonathan Majors as Kang, but it is important to a lot of the fan base, and here we are talking about it, years after the verdict. So let me know all your thoughts down below. Quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. All right, we are still giving away PlayStation 5s at the channel. We're going to be doing that for a while because there are so many Marvel drops this year. The next one is either Daredevil's finale. Yeah, I think it's Daredevil's finale and then the Thunderbolts, whichever one comes first. Either way, if you want to be entered to win, all you got to do, hit the subscribe button, then leave a comment down below, and because it's truly random, the more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will be announced at the end of videos the same way we're doing here, live with my voice and the winning comment shown on screen when there is one, so please be safe and vigilant on my channel, really any channel. Never fall for anybody with scam comments pretending to be a content creator, trying to charge you for shipping. No content creator will ever do that. If you should get a comment like that, just report it directly to YouTube. They're really good about deleting those accounts. Then you've done everybody a service wherever they've commented across the platform. The best way to keep up with the content has always been to hit the notification bell with all notifications turned on, and as always, if you liked today's video, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit the like button. My name's Michael Roman. You can find me in a couple of places, Instagram and Twitter at @IamFires. You can find me on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Apple, iTunes under the name AllFires. And while I would sincerely appreciate you checking my music out, thanks for checking this channel out. Stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.